Just out of curiosity, are you responding to something? Like, did you get a call here? Okay. Yeah. Do you have shelter to offer them? Okay, because this is city property, and Martin versus Boise says you can't kick people off city property if you don't have a place for them to go.
Well, they can head to Seattle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't count.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not here to have arguments.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. Like, you're just going to kick them out and they don't have a place to go. Like, you don't have a shelter here in Burien or anywhere that you can offer them.
Right now?
Yeah, well, right now. I mean, this is where they are. Like, this is when you're kicking them out at this time of night.
Like, do you guys have the right to like grab their tent and or do you have to like put the big the notice and stuff on? Is the point? Because I mean, he's now like made his home, right? So like, do you have the right to grab his tent and like, or what would be the next step? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, what would be the next step if we didn't?
If you didn't move along?
It's not me. It's if you didn't move, what would be the next step?
Why don't we just move along?
Well, because he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
He's homeless.
Where do you want him to go? Like, they're going to be picking up.
Because he just has the right to. I mean, live. He's just a human being. He has the right if his tent's already up.
We're not here to dislodge people.
I know, but you guys are completely saying this takes precedent over me telling you I'm being literally harassed and begging you, waiting for the police last night for an hour and a half. I just gave up. I tried to call the non-emergency line 3 times today, and it fucking wouldn't even go me through. So you're saying this fucking tent takes precedent over that?
So unfortunately, we don't have access to the communication center and how long that takes. The issue is that there is a Burien municipal code that says that you guys can't camp here, and we're strictly supposed to enforce that.
So there is one that says they can't camp in city parks. This is not a city park. Yeah. Go talk to the parks department. This isn't a park. It's city property, but it's not a park.
The people in the city hall and in the library had them moved to here. So like, I'm pretty sure they would know the same thing.
So that's not what's on the municipal code for Burien.
So what would be the next step? Are you guys gonna?
So I think my partner was trying to help you out with that to get your info and your information.
It's not me. I don't have time.
So whose info? So basically, we are trying to provide you with resources, but we need a name and we need a contact information.
I already got that. I'm talking about.
What exactly is the code?
What would be the next step?
So the next step for what exactly?
So what if they say if he says that he feels like he has the right to be here?
So you feeling the right to be
no,
somewhere
I'm
is
saying
not the same as
if he says I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying,
what
would be the next step if he feels like he has the right to be here?
Yeah. So the code I think you're talking about is BMC 7.30.110, which only applies to parks, and we checked this is not a park. It's city property, but it's not a park. Just because there's grass doesn't make it a park.
So how are you enforcing a code that doesn't apply to the area in which you're enforcing?
I'm just asking what was the next step.
So the next step is you guys, like obviously the park is supposed to be here, they're camping here, they're supposed to be here. So you're trying to get your here.
I mean, I told them they're going to keep saying the wrong thing. Like, oh, we just
Why would you not
If you need shelter, whose information do we get to get that? Okay, cool. So then give me a good phone number, give me your name, and we're going to help you get that. That's the only issue that we have.
But do you have it for them right now?
Yeah.
Do you have it for them right now? Because you can't kick them off here right now if you don't have, if you're going to get them sheltered down the road, like we're going to stay in the meantime.
So have you met detectives?
I mean, they won't even follow up with me when I'm telling them I'm being harassed and people are pretending or actually raping me. Like, and literally, I heard my literal daughter and son, like, their exact fucking voices, and it literally sounded like they were screaming for help. It was on a recording or something, and, like, nobody would want to fucking talk to me about that. I'm gonna go do shelter for people.
If the code you're enforcing doesn't apply to the area in which you're enforcing it,
What's a good phone number?
kind of doesn't make sense.
I just want to know what the next step would be. Like, are they gonna, because if you guys aren't gonna, like, physically remove the tent, then really you just have to go through the process.
there's a code that says we can't camp in this specific spot. Or there's a code that
No, we're not here to
actually
burn
park.
people's property or kick anybody out. We're just moving it along. So again, this is a whole right, so it's not a eviction.
The point is that they feel like they have the right to be here, so I think that means like, what's the next step now?
I just explained it to you.
I know, but so
And
what?
he gave me his info.
Okay, so then,
We're gonna go tonight, though. I can't see you tonight.
Did you go to the shelters?
that's the thing. They don't want to move their shit.
Yeah, my girlfriend has me on board.
He's gonna go grab his right now.
Are you going to offer them transportation to the shelters? Like,
So if it's in Burien, we can. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we can't leave
there are
all
no
these jurisdictions.
shelters in Burien because I went to severe weather shelter. Like, there's that, but that's not open now. There's just like hospitality
So, like, I
house.
think you might have missed it, but my partner's grabbing a list of shelters. So he's gonna come back with that. Give that to, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but give
Yeah,
that to him right
But
here.
what I'm saying is like, and the buses, it's like 1 a.m. The buses are
They
going to
still
stop running. Like they
They're
don't
still running right
run all
now.
night.
For the
I
most
mean,
So you're saying
I don't think you're listening to
they're
me.
still
The
open
buses are
shelters
still
right
running.
now.
There's 24-hour shelters, and he's grabbing the list. Okay.
yeah, I take the buses. I know when the buses run. It's going to be pretty hard for them to get their stuff packed up and get over there and catch a bus.
I think the point is
And the shelters are in like Seattle or whatever. Like, how far do you do expect them to go? Are you going to even give them bus fare?
Usually the shelters are full.
Nor have either one of you answered the question I've asked
Well, I
you
can't
several
Yeah,
times.
hear you
there.
because everybody likes to talk at the same time. What was your question, sir?
If the code
Okay.
are claiming to be enforcing does not
Yeah.
apply to the area in which you are enforcing it, how is this legally?
they said that they can't grab their stuff.
Do you mind if I just let him
They
finish his
said that they
question?
can't grab their stuff.
Sorry, every time you talk, he has to ask me the same question over. If
I
just
heard.
let him
This is the
have-
first time I've talked.
Again, I would really like to answer your question, but I get to one point and then it gets interrupted. So,
I'm
wanna try
listening to
again?
you, not her.
okay. You want to try again?
If this is not legally zoned as a park, a public park, how are you enforcing a law that says they can't be in a public park?
So it sounds like there might be some disconnect between kind of what Burien City Council code enforcement wants us to do, and versus what you guys have heard is being done with it. So there is.
What the city wants and what the city can legally justify doing are two different things. I
So
didn't
I'll
ask what they
tell
wanted.
you the
so I'm
code.
trying to get you to that part.
Because it's BMC 7.30.110 is the code where it says no camping, and that is part of the conduct for city parks, and this isn't a city park. I think that's what the issue with disagreement is.
So there's also. Obviously I can't necessarily.
Well, you're going to try to enforce the law, and you can't tell us what it is.
You're
Like,
an officer of the
I
law.
told you what it was, and I think you're not really kind of.
No, he told you what it was. He gave you the code
Yeah.
and everything.
I mean, if there's another law that you're relying on that's not that, to remove these people from these property, yeah, like you can't even tell us where it is.
You can't say what it
It's the
is.
same one.
There's
There's
a way to go about it.
it's on there. I can come
'Cause
back.
that-
One second, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
that only applies to city parks. That's what
Alright,
you're
I'll
going to
be right
find.
Please
Okay.
advise me.
I mean, there's other places you could find, you know. But I mean, to ask them to meet tonight is a little ridiculous. It's 1 a.m. Isn't it? Isn't that what they said? Is it 1 a.m. or 5 a.m. or something?
But there's a question. Folks are just trying to leave what soon happens, so isn't this something that ostensibly the city wants to do?
I'm sorry, what?
They're obligated to, folks over there are obligated to move by 12 when they've been mandated to. So folks are trying to clear the area that's going to be swept.
You're talking about the city hall.
The library.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So,
What's your question?
like, I just don't understand why there would be a response here if folks are just moving from the area they've been told to clear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but they're just moving from one area to another area.
At this rate, there's nowhere else to go.
There's no law that says they should. You haven't been able to show us.
Yeah,
Or-
she said
she's
she's
gonna go
working
try to
on it.
find
We'll give her a minute, but
I don't know every law off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
I mean,
We know that-
you're a cop. You should know the ones that apply to you.
I know that there are a law that does apply to this. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Okay.
No,
Here,
they didn't.
I can.
They said they're short staffed, but they just drove by.
Well, obviously they got 3 units out here. They got a lot of staff.
They
So
can't talk to me about what I need to talk to them about. They
let me see if I can just pull the code up here.
You good here?
Hey, sir, do you still want that list of resources?
What?
Do you still want the list of shelters?
I believe that was the gentleman on here.
Yeah, you're good.
Joshua left.
Yeah, you're good.
I understand that. I just thought you wanted the list of shelters in the area.
There was also the outreach people that were coming out at 9 a.m. They told us that was to help them with shelters at 9 a.m. The outreach people that help actually get people to shelters are coming out here at 9 a.m.
I do.
Yeah, the bridge program is put on him. Yeah. It's not falling. You gotta anchor it. You gotta anchor the corner down. Because they're coming out at 9 a.m. and then you get in the bridge program. The bridge people are coming out at 9 a.m. The outreach people that give you referrals. That's what they said. When they moved, remember when you're helping move stuff? Yeah. So they're actually help them up
I
with
want to get
shelters.
your name so I can pass it on to the resource detectives. Would that be all right?
The three people are coming out here tomorrow.
We got the right to bear arms, but shoot the cops, shoot the cops, shoot the cops. Take your cameras out your pocket, people. Shoot the cops, shoot the cops, shoot the cops. Take your cameras out your pocket. If they wanna shoot at us, got a right to shoot 'em up. They shoot us in the back, bet they say it's from the front.
You guys are short staffed, but you guys are in not in the resource.
Oh, yeah.
Resources.
That just came out and then
Alright, so the first page is cold weather shelters specifically, but a lot of them are regular shelters. The second page is year round shelters. Okay? Is that it? Is he the only one?
Hey, how do I, you know that job thing?
I'm not familiar with any job program.
Oh, yeah, there's like a TV, I don't know, okay. Yeah, I want to figure that out. Do I want it? I just want to know.
Was there anyone else who wanted this? Or did someone else know?
I think he walked off. I know he went off.
Alright, how about you, sir?
Who wanted these? Who wanted the?
We just wanted to know which specific area of the code you refer to that says they can't be here so they can have to.
So for the Burien municipal code, it would be 7.30.10.
Yep, that only applies to parks.
Would say what?
Well, do you want me to print it out? Like, to specifically say it. It says that there's no there's no camping, there's no parking in Burien parks. So this would be tent
I would like you
camping.
to tell me.
Yeah, this isn't a park though.
So
We're leaving, alright? We're gonna pass
Okay,
on their
cool.
information, alright? Give them resources, and the city's gonna work it out, alright? You mind
Alright.
get your name?
Is in there?
I just like to document who I talked to. I was gonna ask this gentleman for his name as well.
did you want to provide your name?
No, although I'd like your names because you're all officers, you're public employees, so I'd like your name.
So my name is Zip.
All right, thank you. And you were Officer White. I got you. Sorry, what was yours? I can't see it. It's a little dark and there's flashing lights.
We'll see, but let me find a card for you.
Okay, nice. Appreciate that.
And then
First,
also,
last, and badge number would be preferred.
we don't. I gave you my last, so it's Zip, and you guys
Yeah,
can go
that's
ahead and write that down. I would also definitely encourage you guys to talk to the city council as well, right?
Yeah.
Because we're all a team.
Yeah.
You guys, Burien
Yeah.
community guys, Burien police, and city council, right?
Yeah.
So we all want to be on the same page. We
Yeah.
all want to understand what's going on.
Well, and I don't mean to be disrespectful here, but I would encourage you to talk to Chief Bo and ask him about this and
Yeah.
confirm that what you're doing is legit because,
So what kind
Yeah.
of does suck is the fact that like Burien police will communicate with the city council, but then that doesn't get sent over to you guys, right? Or sometimes
Yeah.
like Facebook doesn't kind of update you, Instagram doesn't,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you guys
So
are
that
kind of
doesn't
left
sound
out of
very
the
much
loop.
like teamwork.
Yeah, so exactly that's what
Yeah.
we need. We need teamwork. So definitely.
Yeah, no, I get that there's a little disconnect. Obviously, that's why we're talking.
But there's a lot more that you guys unfortunately don't hear about that goes on, but behind the scenes. You know, like obviously, you know, there's no campers allowed in Burien Library anymore, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are kind of missing the middleman of why that's happening, and you know, what we're doing.
No, we would love to have better options for people than to have them out here. But what we're saying is, because you all know there's a sweep at the library tomorrow. Yeah. So this is a temporary spot, and because it's not a park, they've got to go through a little bit more before they can just kick people out of here.
No, and we do understand that, and obviously we do have
here,
a
did you
specific
have a card?
Trying to.
I'm out of cards.
That's good enough. Appreciate it.
Home, like housing, but it's hard because obviously a lot of the Burien homeless people, they want to stay in Burien, right? Yeah. And Burien doesn't have as much resources as we would like. So we're trying, but you know, obviously it's good for you guys to ask questions, and we're trying to figure it out all together, right? Yeah. All right. So have a good night, Ben.
Yeah, you too.
Are you able to talk to me now?
It's not a park. Like,
you're a genius. I've never seen that happen before in my life, Charles. As a brown man, like, it's just like, you know, we're just kind of like conditioned to kind of be like.
I mean, this is why we didn't tell people to camp in a park, because we knew it was going to happen. I guess we'll stop rolling. Like, we're probably good.